Get them. Get the birds. What's in here? That I basically did for fun, and it made college a better experience. So in my junior year of college, my friend and I were part of the college newspaper, and we had been in a college newspaper for the last year, our sophomore year, and we thought, the cartoons they have are pretty stinky. They're really not very good. So him and I decided to start our own cartoons and put them in the paper. So the editor said, sure, that'd be a lot cheaper than buying these other syndicated ones. So he came up with his own, and I came up with mine. And we just gave him the editor and let him put them in the paper. At the time, I was inspired by a cartoonist, Berke Breathed. He wrote Bloom County, and at the time he was very popular. He had just started his cartoon. It was a daily in the local paper, and he was hilarious. His politics was hilarious. He was very sarcastic, and I just patterned my cartoon after his style. So not so much my drawing, but some of my dialogue that I had between the characters. And my friend did one just based on some college students. I did one called Nimble Knots, and it was about these aliens that come from outer space and land on our college campus, which was Baldwin-Wallace University at the time. And their interesting adventures running into humans and dealing with humans and observing human behavior, which we all know is kind of silly. And I had a pseudonym, and it was a weekly, it wasn't a daily. And it was kind of fun. So sometimes I didn't have any ideas, sometimes I'd have more than one idea. And I would continue to read Bloom County, and I would get direct ideas from that cartoon, but his style was so hilarious. And sometimes his humor was a little controversial, and sometimes my humor got a little controversial for a college campus. But the fact that I had a pseudonym, I had a little bit more freedom to be a little controversial and get away with it. Opus was this penguin character that you start out and was kind of crudely drawn, whatever, but he developed this character, this Opus, over the course of his writing. He had a daily cartoon, and it became Opus became the signature for Bloom County. And then everybody, Opus and Bloom County. And they had these surrounding characters, Milo, which was just a kid, and Oliver Wendell Jones, this black kid who was like a computer hacker at the time. And we're talking about when computers were really not a big deal like they are now. And then there was Bill the cat, who was this cat that basically just walked around and said, "Ack!" But how he developed these characters was kind of interesting, and I looked at my own. I only did my cartoon for 2 years, but how you do get these ideas, and you kind of run with them, and you see where they go. I didn't get paid for it, but I really got a thrill out of watching people read the cartoon, and laughing. And that was probably the biggest reward for me, to see people laugh at my cartoon. And I learned that it wasn't how you drew the cartoons, what is the dialogue that went on. And it was a learning experience, so I continued to do that from my junior year through my senior year. By the end of my senior year, I actually had a big reveal where I kind of revealed my identity. Although by that time, most of the seniors, at least my friends, they figured out who it was, or I didn't even tell them. It wasn't like this big secret. But I also experienced the whole idea of writer's block and how you have a deadline at the end of the week and sometimes you don't have an idea. and made you think about, do you want to do this for the rest of your life? Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of a challenge, so I decided to kind of set it aside. And the editor of the paper approached me and said, "Hey, American College Press is interested in your comic and your cartoon, and want to look at it and consider it for possible syndication." So it was more harder work than I learned a lot. And would I have done would I go back and do something different? Maybe. But it certainly would have been a lot more work to go and review all of those cartoons